In order to give variety to your character designs, you're gonna have to learn how to draw different body types. So in this video, we're going to discuss 3 different body types for men and how to draw them even if you're not knowledgeable in anatomy. We'll be discussing female body types in the next video, so don't worry about that for now. The first body build we're going to discuss is the one that commonly appears in superhero comics. This build is really bulky and the muscles are very prominent. To start, we're going to draw the shape of the head. I have a couple of videos about drawing heads, so check the link in the description if you like to learn more. Next, we're going to draw a really wide trapezoid shape with curved sides. This will be for the rib area. One characteristic of this build is that the rib area is wider than the pelvis, so it kind of forms a Y shape. Let's draw a pentagon shape for the pelvis. In order to finish the torso, let's draw 2 lines on the side to connect these 2 shapes. Let's draw 2 circles on the upper corner of the trapezoid to indicate the shoulder. Then let's draw the arms. Don't draw them like this, however. That looks like a balloon toy. What you can do is draw one slightly straight and the other side curvier like this. Then draw the hands. We're going to draw the legs in a similar way. One side slightly straight and the other side is curved like this. Then we can draw in the feet afterwards. Now we can add the details and muscles. Again, we're not gonna go crazy with anatomy, but instead we're focusing on the most obvious muscle groups. One trick I'd like to share when you're adding details or inking is to use sharper lines. This will give the effect of sturdiness to the build. Alright, let's talk muscles. We'll start with the neck. We're drawing 2 strips diagonally from the jaw down the center. Then we're gonna draw an angled line for the collarbone. Let's move on to the body. Let's draw a guideline halfway on the trapezoid shape. This will be the bottom of the pectoral muscle. To draw it, let's draw an angled line like this. On the side by this curved part of the ribs, just below this point of the pectoral muscle, we're gonna draw these 3 curved V shapes. Okay, now let's work on the abs. Let's draw a guideline in the middle of the bottom of the pectoral muscle and the bottom of the trapezoid shape. By this line, we're going to draw an arc like this. We're going to divide the abs into 6 buns. Just like how we drew the pectoral muscle, we'll be drawing 2 soft angled lines like this. Then we're gonna draw 2 more angled lines for the second set of the buns. Below this by the middle is going to be where the belly button is. The third set of buns is much longer and goes down to the crotch part, so draw curved lines on the side like this. Let's draw the muscles for the arms. Starting with the shoulder, we're going to draw this leaf-like shape by the circle we drew earlier. By the tip of this leaf, we're going to draw a really long U shape like this for the biceps. Going back to the tip of the leaf again, let's draw this slight curved line for the triceps. We're gonna extend this line on the bicep and draw a slight S curve like this. Then we're extending this tricep line by drawing an angle curved line. Just below this part, we're drawing a sharp angle for this pointy bit of the elbow, and then by the wrist, we're just going to draw some slight curved lines like this. Do note that the behavior of the arm muscles differ depending on where the wrist is twisted, so you're gonna have to look for references based on what pose you're working on. If you'd like me to discuss the arm muscles deeper, let me know in the comments below. I'm not gonna discuss hands here because I've already created a couple of videos about it, which you can also check in the links below. Let's move on to the legs. The most prominent line in the legs is this diagonal line by the thighs. So from this line, we're going to draw a curved angle down to the knees and curve it upward like this. On the other side, we're also going to draw this curved line down to the knees. So you kind of have these 2 U shapes above the kneecap. Speaking of kneecaps, we're going to draw a diamond shape like this. Then we're gonna extend this line a bit to the center. Then we're just gonna extend the lines a bit by the ankles here and we're done. Remember, just like the arms, the muscles look different based on where the angle you're viewing it. This is what it looks like after some cleanup. On to the next body build, we'll be doing the plus size build. Unlike in the superhero build, the muscles aren't present, so we can pretty much get away with using just a bunch of curvy lines. For this build, we're going to avoid using sharp corners for the shape. Start with drawing the head, then let's draw a wide oval-ish shape like this. You can see that it still looks like a trapezoid shape, but the corners are rounded. Next, we're gonna draw the belly. What we're gonna do is draw an egg shape like this, overlapping with the rib part. Draw 2 curved lines to connect the 2 shapes. Take note where the character is facing and draw the egg shape, applying some volume accordingly. When drawing the body in 3/4 view, you can draw an extra line on the side to complete the body. Let's proceed to the arms. Let's draw 2 circles for the shoulders. We're also going to apply the straight curve method here. For this build, the upper arm tends to be wider than the lower arm because it tends to store more fat. When drawing the hands, the bones in the palms aren't obvious. I would usually use more oval shapes when drawing it. Like the arms, the thighs are wider than the lower legs when you're drawing it. Proportion-wise, I like to draw the legs a bit shorter than the usual perspective. It looks more appealing that way in my opinion. The thing with fat compared to muscle is that it tends to sag down when we're drawing the pectoral muscle. So we're gonna draw the curve slightly downward like this, so it kinda looks like a small boob. When your character has more body fat around the arms and legs, there's going to be be some skin sagging by the elbows, knees, and ankles. We're just gonna clean this up a bit and we're finished with this body build. The third build we're going to discuss is the skinny build. When I draw the head, I tend to draw it slightly elongated. Like the superhero build, we're going to use sharp corners to draw the body. So for the ribs, we're going to draw a narrow trapezoid shape that is curved on the sides. Then we're going to draw a narrow pentagon shape for the pelvis. Connect these two shapes by drawing two lines and we have the torso. Let's draw the arms. Let's draw two circles in the upper corners of the trapezoids for the shoulders. In this build, instead of doing the straight curve shape for the arms, we can get away with drawing two straight lines for the upper arm and angled lines for the lower arms. The same goes when drawing the legs. The thighs are two straight lines and the lower leg is one angled line and a straight line. I like to draw the legs a bit longer to emphasize the slenderness further. There's not much muscle in this build, but some of the bones will show. Let's draw the collarbone and let's draw in the pectoral muscle by the middle of the trapezoid, and underneath that, we're drawing this curvy part of the ribs. We're going to draw some curved lines to depict the rib bone. We're not gonna draw buns in the abdomen for this one, but rather just a curved line like this by the center of the body. Let's draw an angled line by the shoulder right here, which is called the deltoid. Let's draw just a bit of a line here for the bicep. We're going to add some little knobs for the bone of the wrist. For the legs, we're just gonna draw this diagonal line and another angled shape for the kneecap. Like the wrist, we're gonna draw the knob for the ankle bone. Let's clean it up and we're done. These three builds obviously aren't the only body types out there. They are merely just extremes. You can draw more types of body builds by combining these different types with different ratios of muscles and body fat. Don't worry, we'll discuss this in a future video. Now, if you notice, I didn't really mention some proportions, and that is because people have unique proportions, so I'd like you to experiment. However, if you want to know the standard proportions, I actually made a video discussing it, so feel free to check this video on the right to learn more.